All right, let's look at NVIDIA on the monthly chart. So remember we were talking previously about these beautiful bull flag setups, and then look what happens when we get those breakouts. Same thing, each time we have a bull flag, we get these beautiful pushes that follow. So this does not mean that we're going to get one, because when you look left, look at all these monthly candles that are all inside the same range, okay? So this is definitely a range that we have held for months. We've been in here since, looks like July of last year is where we entered this range. So long time, but this is promising. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on this. I'd like to see if we could break and hold above. Looking at the weekly chart, you can see the same range, you guys, for the same range. We got a tiny little breakout, which is exactly what we did here, and then went right back up. Breakout here, but went right back in, and we've just been holding inside the same range. So knowing that we held again this area and bounced, we could potentially be heading back up to the top of this chop range. So 195, 196 area is going to be tricky to clear. That's kind of where we get stuck up here every time. So between about 195 and 198. So right now we're at 188. Let's see if we can get that push and continuation on up to the top of this box, and then see if we can set up for clearance. So when we're looking at the daily, it gives us that more immediate data, right? So we've got a beautiful squeeze here with multiple touches. So I'm looking to see if we can get that break of 192 on that upper trend line. Now, when you're looking left, look how many candles tried to push up here past that 195 and just couldn't do it. So this is a huge area to be mindful of. If we do get that break of 192, I'm gonna need to see us get a break of then 195 and 198. If we can hold 198, we can set up for a push even higher and potentially back to our all-time high. If we hit this 192, we could also reject. That rejection could send us right back down to that lower trend line, about that 180. So just keep that in mind, be really patient. We need to break outside of this range. This range has been holding us for quite some time. It's been very difficult to move past. So if we get that 192, again, be mindful of 195, 198. If we can clear both of those, we can set up for 200, 202, and 204 and get an all-time high once again. If we lose and we reject 192, then we're gonna head right back down to 190, 188, 185, 83, 80, and 77 again. So keep those levels in mind as we're waiting for this week. If we hold inside this area, which it's OPEX and we can, we could stay choppy. Also, another reminder, NVIDIA likes to move on OPEX Friday. So when nothing else is moving, it gets super choppy. NVIDIA typically gives us a big, beautiful move. So let's see if we can get outside this range. Holding inside this range can be difficult to trade. Outside, I would love to see us get a break for all-time highs.